Okay, we're back in Vermont for the third year of answering questions you guys sent in, and this is the XL version. Siblings, parents, and best friend. And I have a list of questions, juicy questions that these folks are gonna answer. Let's get into the questions. Which of Cameron's characters are you most like? Here he comes. The original Geller.
This young man knows how to be frugal. Thanks to Freddie.
More natural this time. There were comments last time that you were looking into their soul. Yeah.
Don't blink.
Is your sister adopted? She's way cuter than you. Wink.
Wow.
Back away.
I am. I'm adopted from China.
People have commented, that's not your sister, multiple times in my video. You, sir, are incorrect. What was your reaction to Cameron's career choice?
Well, he's had a few careers, so I've had a few reactions. So, to answer the question, super happy with Cameron's choice of career. He was acting, I think, out of the womb, maybe in the womb, and we just didn't see it. But he has always been a performer. He's a creative tour de force, and he is hilarious. So doing what he's doing is awesome, and we couldn't be prouder. So carry on.
Do you have a suspicion of Cameron being gay?
We've been asked and answered that question so many times.
You're the most genuine person. So, what's the PC answer?
Caleb might be gay.
If you go gay, I go gay out of solidarity. It'll make our life a lot more simple.
I've got so many lines I can't deliver right now.
I think he's very comfortable in who he is in his own skin, that he can say those types of things. No, yeah.
Well, I hide it well. Next one is English or Spanish?
I still don't get that.
Dad's doing almost a good job, but you're letting it slip a bit. Embarrassing story as a child/teen. Jake was talking about my sideburns, which are actually kind of coming back.
He did not refer to them as sideburns. He referred to them as a street cleaner brush.
If you haven't watched the roast of Cameron Geller, that was last year. Mom's got one, and this speaks to my character a little bit.
Cameron was very taken with Survivor Man.
Still am. Les
wanted
Stroud.
to be a survivor. Even before you really talked about being an actor, although you always were a performer, he wanted to live in the woods and survive off of his own accord. He convinced his buddy to, they're about, what, were you 9 or were you 12?
You would know.
You know what? You could have been 12. You were very tiny.
Well, this is starting to be the next embarrassing story.
He was short for a long time.
No, that's fine.
True. Anyhow, they decided in our backyard, where we live in Montreal in the winter time, and it was full of snow, that they were going to try to survive. He wanted to do 24 hours, but of course they were too young to do that. But they spent all day, and they were in their snowsuits.
12 hours.
And he was chopping wood and trying to make a fire and seeing if they could survive off melting the snow.
Yeah.
And it was all like this, and they were getting cold, and they were getting bored, and so they didn't have phones or any of this kind of stuff. They were just all day long just trying to put up with it, and we were all watching them out the window. They were in the backyard.
It was a simulated lost hiker.
On a log.
We were taking naps on logs. Sister Chloe, do you ever want to be a content creator?
I don't know 100%. I couldn't even think of what niche I would do.
Music?
Well, yeah, I could do music, but even then within music, there's so much that you could do with it. The thought has occurred. I don't know if it's something that I would do because I'm a fairly shy person.
I'm going to add a question. So having watched Cam do it, what makes you say I wouldn't want it? What part of it says, ooh, not as a career?
Just to keep it sustainable, because Cam works non-stop. We're on vacation right now and he's filming us.
Yeah, I'm making them work too though.
And he's non-stop figuring, oh, this could be great for this character or that character. But the burnout is also something that I can see, and it's a very real thing.
Burnout is real. For mom and dad, this is kind of a bad question. I don't know how you guys are going to take this one, but would you guys rather have a gay son or a thought daughter?
I don't know what a thought daughter
Yeah.
That's probably the best answer you can give.
is. Say the definition doesn't matter. I would love my kids.
Number one definition on Urban Dictionary is a girl who is looked at as a...
I just don't like, that sense it's probably a double standard, and like in terms of how women are being judged. I'll give you too long an answer. I'm just going to say that if it was my child and how they were and what they were, it'd be who they were, and so I'd love them and it'd be that.
What Mom said.
Yeah, that's safe, eh? Interesting. What's the weirdest thing you walked in on Cameron doing?
I got a great answer for this, and not at all what you guys are thinking of, and that is that because he loves nature, and especially as a kid did, he used to come home for lunch because of his allergies, and anyways, I'm saying too much already.
No, that's okay.
But one of the things that he would do, he really, really wanted to have birds land on him. And so he would go out onto our deck and put breadcrumbs or food all over himself and just lie there and be quiet and still for like 15-20 minutes, hoping that a bird would land on him.
And they never did.
But it was weird. But it was... Look what you do for a living. You're pretty used to
some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Cameron's stuffed his bra, wearing a wig, and is screaming. I guess it's work. It's a work call. How have his allergies affected his dating life?
Well, he's pretty quiet about his dating life, so I don't know.
Fair
I'd be
enough.
open to hearing.
I know that when he dates, there are some additional precautions he has to take, as in, is that butter or margarine on your popcorn? Because
Have asked.
we're going to have no smoochie
Yeah.
if that's from a cow. So,
When did you realize that Cam wouldn't be following in his forefathers' footsteps in education?
maybe when he told me he doesn't really like kids.
Which I said as a child. How has Cam being an influencer affected your lives? This is one way. We're on vacation,
Yeah, we're on vacation.
and you're forced
We
to do this.
I watch your videos every day, and so
That's
that's a new and entertaining thing.
I don't know if it's good to say, but I think
Then you should definitely say it.
BC, you being an Instagram influencer, it was hard to get into Riverside and bars like that. And now AD afterwards, we're having more luck. Your sort of fame there has taken us to being kind of status.
To get into bars, I will admit, flashed my Instagram at bouncers to get in places.
Really?
But yes, very LA-y, very douchey of me, I know. But you have to use what you have to use. We're going out as two guys. We're letting the girls in. I gotta use what I can. I'm not gonna bribe
Some
them.
people flash their baby blues, other ones flash their Instagram.
Yeah, there you go.
Well done. It's just fun. It's a highlight to the day, just to have a few chuckles and find out how you're roasting your dad and mom through these characters.
And that was it. That was the last question.
On in.
There we go. See you guys on the next one next year.